What do we have here? A ladder? In an escape, it'd be enough to pull it up, and that'd leave any pursuers stuck. I just hope it can hold one attacker. Damn it, that's cold. What's this door doing here? Could it be another of the Ruthard's tricks? But if this beam is dropped onto those cleats, no one would break through in a hurry. I reckon with this, any defenders could hold off their pursuers for quite some time. This will come in handy on the way back. This looks like it could be the wall of the Malashov cellars. There's no going back. This is it. All right then. Courage, Henry. Courage. You can do this.
And Ruthard and Liechtenstein are turning the Kuttenberg houses against us.
Bavag will deal with Ruthard. But Liechtenstein is your concern. How come you haven't caught him yet?
He's slippery as an eel. He's hiding somewhere in the Jewish quarter. I sent spies to track him down, but they never came back.
Flush him out of that hole of his. For fuck's sake!
Why such concern, Otto? Kuttenberg is ours. Sigismund has the reins firmly in his hands.
He's got fuck all in his hands. Sigismund thought at first he'd come to terms with his brother Wenceslas. Clear the way for him to the imperial throne. To take the Bohemian throne for himself. But Wenceslas couldn't even get off his drunken ass and go to Rome for the coronation. And now, the glorious Hungarian king has fallen for Jobst and his damned truce. He's been taken in by that treacherous turncoat.
Jobst betrayed Wenceslas. And Sigismund. And now us. He fooled all of us. But what can he really do against us?
I'll tell you what. While pretending to parley, he incensed the Hungarian nobles against Sigismund.
Surely Sigismund's army can deal with that inconvenience.
Ha! He was paying his humans by letting them pillage Bohemia. He set half the people against him in the country he wants to rule. And now, there is nothing left to plunder. While we are shuffling our feet here, Jobst is surely mustering an army.
What are we going to do?
We've got Cabon. That'll keep Hanush and the Lipa people at bay. If they ever want to see their heir alive.
Jobst has Liechtenstein mustering other allies for him. We get him in our grasp, and Jobst will be like a fish out of water in Bohemia.
I'll drag him out of that Jewish den with my own 2 hands. Count on me, sir.
The betrayers of Christ, hiding a betrayer. They are rich. All that's needed is a good pretext.
The Kuttenbergers will be quite happy if their debts to those usurers happen to go up in smoke.
Yeah.
You're learning fast, young man.
The gate open. A horseman, sir!
Hanush is out of the game. The Kuttenbergers are taken care of, and we'll catch Liechtenstein. You'll see, my friend. Good times are coming.
Your Graces, King Sigismund is convening the town council, but first he requests your presence at the Sedlitz monastery, without delay.
What's all the urgency about?
Surely you must know that yourself, sir. The captives fled Trotsky Castle and killed Istvan Toth while escaping.
What? That's not possible. That's a lie.
It is true, Lord Toth is dead.
Speak!
The messenger said something about Cobbler's bastard and some outlaws.
I swear, by everything that is holy, I will find that whoreson, and I will rip out its heart!
Jesus. What's with that boy?
Sir Istvan was like a father to him. You better go. Bring the horses!
Shame about that dog.
Luck was on my side. Now to find Capon and get out of here.
Small escort with him, so the garrison is slightly weakened now. So, be extra alert on your watch. If I find anybody slacking off, they'll get the whip.
You've got it, Conrad.
Yepo. I'll send Heinrich to the gate. He'll be in charge of the southern and eastern quarters.
Huh? fortress! Sound the alarm!
For glory!
Punishment by the blade! Come on then!
Taste my steel!
You won't surrender!
Victory or death!
Now see what we do with criminal bastard!
You killed him!
You're mine!
Punishment by the blade, my favorite. You want to try me?
Victory or death!
Now you'll see what we do with criminals, bastard.
Hillary's too good for you. I'll chop you up on the spot. Ha ha!
Show what you're made of.
Punishment by the blade, my favorite. Show your stuff. Hillary's too good for you. I'll chop you up on the spot. You want to try me?
What is happening? Who are you?
Quiet. If you make a peep, we're done for.
Henry?
Good God, Henry.
What are you doing here?
What do you think I'm doing? Hunting boar? Came to save your noble arse.
My noble arse thanks you. Well, how did you get here?
I'll tell you later. Who's this?
Vauquelin Brabant, Chevalier d'Arezzo. At your service.
Brabant led the defense at Kuttenberg. He's Sigismund's prisoner, same as me.
And I came very close to holding the town. Besides...
There's no time for chit-chat. He's our ally. We can't leave him behind. Right, no doubt you've got a cunning plan for us to get out of here, right? Well, let's hear it.
Of course I have a plan. I got to the fortress through a secret. They know in the fortress now that something's up. We're lucky von Burgov left the fort, so I'll take you to that passageway. We'll get to the forest not far from it.
Formidable, I got so.
Wait.
Well, it's just a passageway.
You can forget about... I'm not going...
What?
Let me repeat...
It is not chivalrous, c'est vrai.
Oh, and how would you like to get out of here chivalrously, your lordship?
What do I know?
Un moment.
Yes?
And what about horse?
I think there's a couple.
Très bien. But I think we could get there. Then you simply open the gate, et voilà. We are gone. It may not be the best plan.
That's a wonderful plan.
But, exactement, to have a
Thanks, Henry.
A nice piece. Mince.
So?
C'est incroyable.
I don't complain, damn it. According to what you told us, you can handle 10 men with your bare hand. Henry?
I'll go ahead and scout.
And how?
Well, the stables can be...
course I have a plan. I got... They know we're... So we'll get to the...
For me, so... Wait, you can... I'm not go...
What?
Let it...
It is...
It's not chivalrous enough for his lord. Or do you think this is some kind...
Well, fuck your opinion. I mean, we'll all suffocate.
What's gonna fall on us, damn it? It's completely...
Ever since that tower fell on... There has...
Have you come up with some
What do I know?
Un moment.
Yes.
And what...
I think...
Très bien. But then it may...
That's a wonder... But...
Exact.
Damn it, Henry. Stop fooling... Thanks, Henry.
A nice... Merci mille fois.
Good work, Henry.
I'll go ahead and scout.
And how? The stables can be seen from the entrance hall.
Agreed.
But you must be absolutely certain that...
True. And if we don't...
Précisément.
Right.
Brabant, keep watch by the stairway. I'll go to the window and wait for Henry's signal.
I think it would be better if you watch the stairs.
Why's that?
You're a young girl. I will watch the stairs, if Monsieur le Chapon so insists.
Huh? Pray for a quick death, you bastard!
The horses are here. As soon as it's safe, I should give Cape on the signal. Well, that's that. Now I just need to wait for Capon. Lord Jesus Christ, stand by our side.
Admit, mes amis, the last time I have had such a suspense was when I was rescuing the King of France. Oui, monsieur, are surely brave, and fortune favors the brave. Free at last!
Thank you for coming for me, Henry. You're a great friend. The best I could wish for.
After today, you may also count me among your friends. I, Vauquelin Brabant, chevalier, aventurier et voyageur. I'm at your service. Mon brave Henri. And I have an excellent idea. In your honor, I shall name my new horse after you.
Pleased to meet you, Sir Vacula.
My name is Vauquelin.
Vacula.
Vauquelin. Vauquelin.
Vauquelin. Would you mind if I just call you Brabber?
Brabant. En.
Brabant?
Que peut-on y faire? It will have to do. Do not concern yourself, mon ami. Clearly, you are not tenant in any art or conversation. But at least you have courage and other skills. You carried out the entire operation truly brilliantly. I could not have done it much better myself. And look, mon ami, how the fresh air suits Monsieur Chapon. He has finally stopped drawing in self-pity.
What self-pity, damn it? I was locked up for days in a tiny stinking room.
Ah, come now, mon cher. Luck was simply not on your side for once. That is all. Now we are finally free. The time has come for grand deeds. I did not waste my time in captivity. I fought everything other diligently. Listen.
Please, I'd prefer not to.
What's your plan?
But I fought against les Valaques at Naples, and les Anglais in Bourgogne. And that is how war looks, whether in Italy or La Bohème. It is always the same.
That's not war. It's barbarism. What value did this village have?
Eh bien, I would estimate 5 courtyards. Annual revenues could be perhaps, several hundred groschen.
That's not what I meant, Vacula. No fortress. Maybe one fortified courtyard? Practically insignificant militarily. That's not how war should be fought. This is unjust.
Do not give way to sentimentality, monsieur. A village could harbor spies and saboteurs or supply the enemy, and destroying enemy assets is an effective tool of war. Wars are not decided only in battles. There are not even many of those. To strike in the rear, make the enemy lose and bleed. That is how most conflicts are fought. However, wait a year or two, the village will be settled. The population will increase again. That is how it always happens.
But we're the nobility. Our task is to lessen the chances of such things happening. Here!
I fucked everything up.
Oh, get up, lad. Everyone makes mistakes. Only a better man owns up to them. At least we know now what kind of vermin we're dealing with.
What brings you here? We just escaped from Malashov, and right now...
There's no time for haste. One thing at a time, my boy. Word reached Rat-Eye that you pair got your... I'm glad to see you...
It's best if Henry tells you.
No sooner had we spied Trotsky on the horizon, we made camp by a pond, only we were ambushed by bandits in the...
And how did... Just by a stroke of good luck?
Only after that, we couldn't...
And the bastards treat...
But you did get in...
Von Burgov received us. We even helped him out several... It all came out after we set out with Von Burgov's men.
Only they ambushed us and...
But it turned out these very outlaws are on our side. They're fighting for King Wenceslas.
Well, so Von Burgov has been the real enemy all this time.
Zizka.
I think you'll meet...
What impression...
He's some impoverished yeoman.
He made quite an impression, but if only it didn't have to be in...
We're riding to a gathering of king... If fortune favors us...
If we keep standing...
Patience, my friend.
Like how in...
I was helped by the Ruthard family.
Ulrich Favak?
Well, he won't be for long.
It seems you've been...
But don't forget to say what you found out from Von Burgov.
Sigismund has convened the city council. The word is...
He picked a nice time.
Now, if we had one of our... We'd get Sigismund's plan.
My very well. Young Lord Capon will go with us to Rabosh and try to...
What? How can I get in?
You've got to... Just tell him either he gets you into the council...
It's worth it.
I hope that assembly... If Sigismund is just going to announce an increase...
Well... At least you can... And don't worry.
If I can...
T'inquiète. I will go as...
Hans?
Vaclin Brabant.
He was a captive of Lord Von Burg.
In that case...
You don't...
The main thing is to watch. As soon as you can do...
He'll manage.
Adieu.
And to you. I ought to go and see Rosa when I'm in town. No doubt she'd like to know how it went with that book.
You have a kind master.
What were you riding, asshole?
Easy. Nice and slow.
I've traveled the whole world, and now I will tell you the amazing things I've seen.
Watch out!
I'm going to see the Mint Master.
Any fool could say that.
I have an appointment.
All right.
Brave men, you can take up arms.
Excuse me.
It happens. Just watch them go next time.
Excuse me. By the way,
My favorite book.
as I wandered through the fortress, and there it lay.
You really found it?
Actually, not.
That's stupid.
Why do you think so?
I just think you might not in absolutely everything. Look, you've never thought about writing something.
Me?
How should I know?
That's a tempting notion.
Wouldn't you want to?
I suppose I'm...
There are still a few blank pages.
That sounds great.
We'll have plenty of light and privacy in my chair.
My pleasure.
How should I start?
You haven't thought of anything?
Now, I have...
Both.
Just tell me what you'd like to read. I'll take careful notes of everything.
There are heaps of stories about
All right. A woman, then.
such a...
Tell me one trait.
I think above all...
And isn't that rather detrimental?
To the contrary.
So you simply divide us all...
That's my experience. But you're not a hen.
You really know how to flatter. But if the lady in our story is clever, should she employ... I agree.
Well?
Not yet.
What?
A picture, especially...
What?
Imagine a beautiful...
I'd rather keep what I do to my...
Well,
Finally.
your suffering is... This... So what about that story?
I haven't...
We'll go make amends.
eh, Matt?
Easy, good horse.
Careful. At your service, sir. Oh, careful.
By the way,
My faith?
as I want, and there,
You
I read a bit of.
what?
While reading it, I've. Well, yeah, or heard.
Women writing books.
Why not?
Such order.
More like experience.
A person does all that work to learn. Not just time.
Hold on.
I did. Look, you've never.
Me?
How should I know?
That's a tempt.
Wouldn't you want?
I suppose.
There is still.
That sounds.
We'll have plenty of light and private.
My pleasure.
How should I start?
You haven't thought.
Now?
Both.
Just tell me what. I'll take care.
They're
All right.
So,
Tell me one.
I admire courage and.
Do you know one like that?
How could I not?
You think I'm brave?
Well, nobody's perfect.
Enough, you flatterer. Let's say we write about a woman who is. Would she do it for.
For herself.
That may be true. I'll figure it out.
Well,
Not yet.
what?
A pic. Especially.
What?
Like.
Yeah.
Well,
Finally.
your suffering is. Don't worry. You can blame me for all the mistakes. So what about that story?
I haven't.
We'll go make him. So what about that?
That's nice. Sermons for ordinary people.
You see? And what about the sketch?
Oh, it's pretty, really.
But otherwise, I think we can be quite
Well, I'd like to see you again.
Please do. It will certainly.
You said you could.
If you ask nicely.
Very well then, Lady Know-It-All.
That depends on what you're interested, or if you prefer. But I warn you in advance that it's so.
I'd like to. What's the
You'd better.
Could you?
Wine, but I warn you it's so.
I'd like you.
I prefer.
Will you?
God be with you. Keep the peace, and we'll stay friends.
evidences piety and virtue, especially in these times.
Glad to see
You have the gall to show.
Hold your horse. Actually,
You've come to blackmail me.
call it what you like.
The assembly. The.
Surely you
Don't try that on and tell.
I want to know what Sigismund tells.
You want to spy? Forget it.
Have you forgotten I have you over a barrel?
All right, Volk. If I get you into the council, and that will be the.
All right.
You can get into the council assembly relatively easily. My is roughly around, although not everyone would want to.
Who's the...
Franta's his name. Franta Cool. Which reminds me, otherwise you...
What will I need?
Fast feet and good...
Excuse...
Do you think you can...
Well, no...
Our usual waiter had a brand new livery.
Where can I...
He's supposed to pick up his new clothes, that is, if he's up and...
At the what?
That German ale
What would work?
Would you like me to give you a letter for?
I'll be going.
Just make sure we both...
Oh, excuse me.
I'm sorry.
Pies! Sweet pies!
Knives for sale!
It's for sale. Big
You got those clothes for me?
Here they are.
The best fabric.
Greetings.
Surely you can wait. Here you are. No more than I'd expect after... And you impatient...
You must be Franta Cool.
I am.
I'm Henry.
I am.
Supposing I took the job on for you.
Look here. It's not like them councillors stuffing their... Why would you want...
I just have to get in. I have an important message for the kid.
But why would you...
But it could be that someone from the count...
I see. To begin with, you'll need... Look here.
Of course.
All right. Show the confirmation to the head butler.
That makes sense.
And you'll need a waiter's... Here it is. I look like the main...
Thanks. I won't disgrace you.
You better...
Axes, come and take your pick!
The finest way. Onions!
Furs!
Ornate!
Great for church and the tavern too.
Excellent. You made a fine purchase, good sir.
Vegetables! Horseradish!
What would you like?
Horseradish!
I'll have a look at...
I was glad...
Take a...
It sure does. Go on then. How was it?
What can I say? Prague is a whole different...
Fine wares. Come and take your pick.
Franta Cooldown sent me.
Franta's not...
He got poisoned. He's writhing in...
Oh, we can't be without a waiter. So, have you got Franta's?
Sure.
You've got to wait. A tune. You can put your steel aside in front of the council chamber. You don't want to be dragging everything. Do you know what your duties are for an
Well, I'll happily listen to any advice.
I should Now listen. A good way, in short, but when one of the gentlemen, you'll find the pictures on a table by white Tokaib or red...
White or red, by the door to the chapel.
But for Councillor Adam of Zarjitz, you must know when he drinks, he disrupts and makes trouble. We can't...
All right.
And if the king himself wants wine, you pour 4...
To stay in the back?
Correct. And in general, a good waiter...
Huh?
Well, yes. Understood?
Absolutely.
Correct. And if you manage not to... But you'll manage...
I know everything.
Excellent. Put away your things here.
The city reserves are in urgent
There are the pictures
need
of
new
wine.
weapons. Unversucht.
Hopefully I won't splash
Our
anyone's
current
shoes.
Waffenarsenal is a joke, and on top of that, the army was requisitioning from it. Should the town reserve have worse weapons than any Räuber in the domain?
What are you getting
boy,
at, Eldris?
a full cup of
I'm
monastery wine.
saying that the bandits who freed Henning,
I apologize,
the Dry
sir.
Devil, used
Which
that
wine?
thing.
Monastery
That
red.
Hackenbücher. Hand cannon. Can you believe it? Where did they get them?
You're the one who should know where they got them, since you're a gunsmith.
What are you
Sir?
implying, Friedrich? All I'm saying is that they had them.
Thank you,
God.
Peter.
It is eine Schande when outlaws have better weapons than the city garrison. And Herr König surely knows this too.
What is it, Eldris? You smell a deal?
What I smell is that your stubborn heads do not realize what Schwierigkeiten this is. The Dry
I fancy
Devil is
some
running
Tokai.
free. There are
Refill,
Raubritter
boy.
everywhere in the region. We
I
have the
apologize,
army
sir.
bearing down,
one?
and you want
White
to defend yourselves
Tokai.
with a few rusty halberds.
And who is it you want to fight, exactly?
I'm sorry.
The merciful King
wasn't paying
Sigismund is
attention.
providing us with protection, isn't he?
Der König and his army will not be here forever.
Shut up! The king can arrive at any moment.
Hey,
What
where's
has he
my
heard
white?
What then? We're
I'd like to
sitting atop the
oblige, but
biggest silver
not
heap in the
This is
kingdom, and
unbelievable.
we're supposed to defend it with brooms?
You're right, Eldris. But where can we get the coin for better equipment?
Hey, waiter,
We can always confiscate the property of the
apologize,
king's
sir.
enemies.
Which one?
Nicht wahr?
We are more than familiar with the Yemenlich state of our armory. And the king is surely aware of it as well. Maybe if he waived some of the taxes?
Good,
The
sir.
king fears that this town will rise against him. He'll take the arming of the city's militia as a preparation for war.
So you suggest we just wait with arms crossed for the Raubritter to wreak havoc all around?
We can always ask the king to bring order to the realm with his army.
But then the Dörfler will rise up.
I'm afraid I see no solution of the current situation. We shall wait and see what His Majesty thinks about the matter. Maybe we can change his mind. Vielleicht?
I'd like to report to the Honorable Council on the cleanliness of the city
I fancy some
and the state of
Tokai.
the public bath.
Refill, boy.
Baths or brothels?
I'd like to oblige, but I'm not allowed.
This is unbelievable. So, the cleanliness of the city is not what it should be. The current baths in the city fall far short of covering all the citizens' needs.
More wine,
You're right.
Master Bailiff.
We do have the new baths and hot
Come
springs,
closer.
and Adam's old ones.
I'm
but
sorry.
I hear the hot spring baths are more of a pigsty.
I need something from you. There is an item in my study that she thought she could wriggle out.
And
A silver goblet. No one's noticed the theft yet. Go and get it. And don't
where can I find...
use your eye. Come up.
Betty's baths are considered the town baths. But let's not be fooled.
What do you mean?
The tax brings in some money for the town, yes. But it's still just a tax.
And what else would you want?
If the town itself took charge of the baths, the profits would be much bigger. And all the other baths would chip in with their taxes.
Nice.
Too. What?
Whose silver might this be?
Surely not. The need for cleanliness and citizens' health should not be underestimated.
Nor overestimated. If someone needs to wash, there's a river just a few steps from the city wall.
Certainly. And they can get leeches there for free as well. And while he's there, a man can shave and take a...
So?
I did.
Not so loud. And now go back.
Right. Have you forgotten the Black Death? A great many people died needlessly.
Are you questioning God's plan? The Black Death had nothing to do with the baths, unless the Lord wishes to punish the wickedness that's going on in there.
Keeping the city clean is important, but we don't have money to spare. Arguing about who is going to wash where and how is a waste of time.
I got word that Rutard has pulled off another deed.
That's nothing unusual. That old weasel will never accept that the city isn't run his way, at least until His Majesty honors us with his visit. And as we know,
apologize, sir.
Gunslin absolutely hates him.
Why? He can hate all he wants,
Are you dead?
as long as he does no damage. Ulrich, what have you got to say about it?
What you're implying?
I'm speaking about the Rutard incident. You were there, weren't you?
Oh, that. Just a small misunderstanding. We've sorted it out and everything's settled.
Hey,
where's
ears
my
must
wife?
be deceiving me. Are you defending Rutard?
Sir?
Besides, if his men attacked yours, as I've heard, then we have a good reason to punish him.
What happened there? Leave nothing out.
I don't like Rutard, true, but in this case it really was nothing.
Everyone in the city gossiped about it. I heard there were several dead.
Did you? That's grossly exaggerated. I don't think Rutard
Boy,
will cause any
I'd
trouble.
like some white.
He is sensible enough not to draw attention to himself while the king is here.
That's true. Because if we don't do something about him, the king himself will put an end to him, and soon.
Unless he puts an end to us first.
Thank you, waiter.
Knows what he wants to tell us.
If nothing happened, there's no point in dwelling on it.
Careful.
Let's move on.
I'm sorry, Andreas, but I wouldn't brush it off so quickly. Why do I have the feeling you're not telling us the whole truth, Ulrich?
Hey, waiter.
Are you accusing me of lying?
Those are strong words, my friend. Nobody said anything like that, did they?
Then why doesn't he tell us what really happened,
I'm not keeping anything from you, but there's little truth to the rumors circulating around the town.
Why?
Yes,
Why?
Rutard and I had a little disagreement, but we ended it quickly because his daughter wanted to get involved.
Sir?
I didn't want to expose the girl to any unpleasant sights.
Well, thank the Lord. So Rutard is hiding behind his own daughter's skirts.
As if it wasn't enough that he sent his son to die defending the city.
All right. If you really don't have anything new to say, let's turn the page.
Things have got out of order in the town. Some adventurers decided to take the law into their own hands and restore the tradition of duels. It's not only barbaric, but also illegal. I could understand it with mercenaries, students, and other scum
I'd
of
like
all
some
kinds,
monastery
but city
wine.
councillors?
Refill my
Be
cup, boy.
specific, Forsooker. Are you blaming one of us?
Ah,
Sir?
and look who spoke first.
First of all, it
Don't
wasn't a
hang
duel.
around me. Vanish, you hear me?
Supposed to be an honourable
As you
combat.
wish.
And I
Sir
didn't even
Ulrich.
take part in it.
Go,
And that's
go.
the
I
only
don't want to
reason
see
you're
you
still
again.
here on the council and not in the pillory.
If you want to blame somebody, you should point the finger
sorry.
at the youngster here
I wasn't
who's...
paying attention.
Excuse me.
Ah, never mind.
Boy,
I suspect
Refill,
the
sir.
gentleman from the
You think I come
city's
to the
sword
council
fighting
just to
school
guzzle
brought
wine?
this
Come
custom
here.
to us. It's now...
What can I help you with?
I left my gloves in the chat. I took them off to pray, but then I can't just...
All right.
I knew while you're at it, count how many figures, because I'm bored.
Shred of proof. We're not some old fishwives in the marketplace.
So you will just leave it
That was
be?
easy enough.
Proven
And he wanted me to
offences
count
are
the winged
punished by the
figures.
bailiff. And that's that.
So,
More pressing matters.
I found your...
really? And did you count?
In the open contempt of the whole
I counted...
And you counted so you can have...
Accounts their own way. We'll soon be the laughing stock of the whole town.
You can rest assured the whole town is already laughing at us all day long. So what if they have one more reason?
My words exactly. The town council is squabbling constantly at the Emperor Charles, and no one is left unscathed.
And you, a councillor, let people throw dirt on our work?
If I threw out everyone who complains over a beer, I'd soon be out of customers.
Ah, to hell with it. We'll never get anywhere like this. Why waste our time?
Since there is the eternal dispute over the cathedrals, the building of the church is dragging on, and in the meantime, they are calling diocesan pilgrimages to settlers, right under our noses. It's just a village with a monastery, and they are going to make a royal mining city. Why can't we build faster? Hire more craftsmen, start with night shifts.
Haven't you noticed there's a war going on?
Hey, waiter!
Are the experts from far
curry.
off supposed to work in a city under siege?
Besides, I get the feeling there's something other than the welfare of the city behind your complaints.
Oh, you do? Do you? And what would that be?
You,
like,
lad.
for instance,
You look
that
familiar
you'd like
to
to have
me.
your own altar
Have we
there?
met?
So what if I would?
I
Hold your
go to
horses,
your tavern
gentlemen.
almost every day.
That space
Really?
in the side nave is
Then
mine.
you must
The
have
hell
decent
freezes
wages
over, my
to be
friend.
able to visit the
Your
best
place
tavern
is
in
at
town
least 2 steps
regularly.
behind mine.
A swordsmith dares to insult me? Ha! I think not.
Excuse me? You wanted to buy yourself an altar in the cathedral, just like you bought yourself a seat in this council.
How dare
Hey, boy!
you!
A
I
full cup of
acquired my
monastery
seat
wine.
for the services our guild provided and still provide. To the crown!
Well, I hope you're not supplying equipment to the army. If that's all they have,
Sir?
they would be defeated by that bunch of ne'er-do-wells from the alehouse on
It's
Oprik.
you?
What
I see you've come up in the world.
Those wrestlers
From a
of
back
theirs,
house
of
boy
course.
to a waiter.
People from
You'll
the whole
go a
town
long
go
way.
to watch them brawl.
It was a lot more fun in the bathhouse.
Because it has all been sorted out. Not long ago, the guards raided and threw them all out.
Ah, yes, I had forgotten. What do we have to discuss next?
I'm telling you, something is being planned. Oh, I doubt it. No one's gonna tackle Rootard.
Azon al-Gyurcseg össze, a legjobb katonáikat, és keljenek útra!
You have nothing to fear. Not you.
Like this plan of fight!
Come now, father. Put a little life into your dying.
I'd rather be at one than here.
Unpleasant memories?
You have no idea.
And now you're 2 decades older, and you saved my neck.
None of that matters.
Who knows?
You know what? Do you know any...
Most of them I'm seeing for the... We've had bandits, no...
Wait a moment. Rabbi?
Yeah. Maybe you should go and welcome some of them.
I would... Who's that French fellow?
The great Baron. He's got more fare.
Can he be trusted?
He's a... Besides, if he were on Sigismund...
How does it feel?
Or... No fear of that wine.
What do you plan to...
What do you think? I'll leave that to the...
But I suppose...
Indeed you...
I don't...
In that case...
This fella could give a lot
Where's that beer? And who would entrust him?
Such rare guests. One wouldn't expect... I'm Godwin.
Peace be with you.
How do you know I'm a...
It's not and we are both I'm Yehuda. And this is...
Who would rather not be here? Why did we have to come here, Sadie?
Because we... And why would...
Are you here to...
We have more serious men. The situation... You have men...
Why are you telling this to a...
Everything...
Did you come...
Not to land, but...
You don't even know if you can...
You remind me of my...
Henry.
You know...
That would be him.
Henry's done a few... For a young strip, he was supposed to become a black...
Wait, from Scarlet?
Aye, that's right.
I knew of someone.
My daughter...
Maybe he was my father. But he certainly did.
And that was...
Why?
Don't make hasty judgment. At least, none of... He took in Henry. Henry's real father.
I don't care if he took care of 20...
That boy's blood...
A person can't choose...
Enough.
For that...
Good health.
L'chaim.
I'm glad you finally accepted the invitation.
Good health to you, sir.
Baron Vauquelin Brabant. I am a warrior.
My word.
Mais non.
It's a pleasure to make your... How did you...
Ah, c'est une histoire qu'on... And only lost...
That need...
Oh, this Bohemia is a strange land. Do tell me about it.
My last bit...
Aye. Then, what...
You say you're a poet?
Jamais. Is poetry nothing but I think not.
Where have you been?
But of course, if you are interested in my... And if you are interested...
And you wouldn't buy...
Which one do you mean?
How come...
I am opera. My grid there?
근데 잠시만. 이게 그거야.
2, he is up against resistance. He's a capable strategist, but a poor diplomat. Mark my words. If we wait him out until winter, he will leave of his own accord.
By winter, he'll have torched all our fortresses and carried off everything that we possess.
Are we seriously gonna wait and cower in a corner? Or are we gonna drive them out in shame? A few well-planned raids and we could have him in our fists!
At what price? Have you got men to spare? Has any of you got men and money to spare?
We don't have men out there.
Yes, we do.
We do not.
Jobst is right. That whole sun won't fall easily.
Only we can't wait.
Are we to get ourselves killed?
Or end with nothing?
Do you have a minute? I'm not going to sit down.
Friends, we'll get nowhere like this. Let's adjourn ourselves and try to think it through.
Well, that went just as expected. Good health.
And to yours. Could it have gone any other way when there's so many of us here?
I would have expected a bit more sense from Jobst, of all people. He made an amateur's mistake. But it's hard to be angry with him when he's trying to ingratiate himself with everyone. By the way, I'm John of Liechtenstein. And you must be Godwin, the son of...
That's not a thing I've ever boasted of. How do you know that?
I have my sources. From what I've heard about you, I'd judge you could be quite useful to me at today's gathering.
Is that so?
Indeed.
It depends.
A little. I expect we can agree that... And the way it stands at the moment...
Well, I'm curious how you hope to shut Zizka up and...
We'll sit and wait quietly until... But we'll be waiting in the...
If Sigismund decides to mount an...
but Sigismund's army is demoralized. He's able to tackle fortresses that aren't able to defend...
But he can't retreat either.
And that's exactly why we'll wait. For the plan to work, we need allies. We just need...
Are you saying you said everything...
More like in... If we find support and make it... You're certainly not the...
Why are you...
Because I want to... And also because I'm happier with Wenceslas on the Bohemian.
I'll help you.
I'll give you 3 names. If you can get those 3... Meanwhile...
No fear.
What if it doesn't...
I refuse to even consider...
I'll get...
I wish
I'd rather...
I'll tell you, nobody has the license of...
I'd like to check your horses out.
Ha! Even better. But you...
And you might not believe your...
Well. You wanted to apologize for crashing into my home without it.
I want to have a word...
Well,
I'll talk to you later, Father.
You're in my home, so you'll talk to me...
Is that your...
Unfortunately. Speak up, then.
I came with a delegate...
Why so...
20 years ago, I got him a place at the Art, only it wasn't... And then... But he took his boozing and...
Try saying it again a little...
You have the impertinence to...
You're exaggerating.
Me? You're a horse wandering around...
Oh, but maybe you ought to try it yourself sometime. I can't dishonor someone who has no...
That's enough.
Christopher.
You won't get away with those insults.
I'm not happy. This isn't how I am.
Make room for us. We'll just settle a very private matter. It's an honorable duel, man against man.
Stay back. Tribue!
Did they teach you that in the seminary? That was sneaky.
Arm lower!
Not bad for a priest.
What's wrong with your legs?
You're fast.
Wanker!
Just like in Kosovo. Charge and no mercy! Aim with your whole arm, not just
No,
your
you
wrist.
That was sneaky.
Look at my eyes, not at my sword. Cover your right side. You've got a gap there I can drive a car through.
Enough. That will do.
Greetings.
My God, Father always said you were a good...
I was in a war, and you ought to know yourself.
Aye.
So, Father, only he'll never be satisfied.
I thought he was the way he was because it's...
When I was 6 years, he wouldn't talk to me for a week.
The first time he took me hunting.
Oh, no. Look, I really did fuck up, but now...
And that's...
I've got to get him...
Aren't we all?
Maybe everyone's...
Actually, I don't...
What else?
I'll talk to him myself. He'll hear me out.
All right. It's an...
Only...
Alder's got some...
I expect...
You got...
Leave Alder to me.
I don't know how to...
You can drag me to a tavern. Look out.
hope there'll be no singing. They're without.
Sir Butcher.
A man hard. Jobs comes up with a plan.
On the contrary.
Does that improve me?
A few thousand only in order to get...
You've got my... I need guarantees of security. I don't want...
Of course.
You can talk, since you haven't got a... I have a lot of property. I can't risk it all.
So you need guarantee?
My guarantee is if I succeeded in marrying...
Maybe it's enough.
Perhaps someone of suitable...
I believe Lich...
And an uncertain party.
How will...
He's a...
Maybe you're right.
No, no, but it's a on the other, maybe.
So...
You're selling first. I don't care what the young... If he agrees, I'll be... The kingdom will not forget...
Soon you'll be as tame as a lamb. And happy. Sir Hanush.
You do?
Young Lord...
If he's got some impoverished noble's daughter pregnant, I'm not going...
You misunderstand. I mean...
You arranged a marriage for...
With the niece of...
What? Godwin, you...
Oh, fuck.
So, yeah.
Niece.
If you're... I'll make sure that you...
Or you could make me...
Forget it. Not a word to Hans.
Cheers.
Cheers to you.
Sir Butcher.
So,
Indeed.
Then I...
Thank you.
Enough for me.
Thank you.
Godwin, we didn't have much time.
With pleasure. Where did you leave?
Haven't you heard? No one even... Godwin.
Well... What?
Well, but as long as we...
I...
Although,
Wise.
you know...
May God... May I have...
You, unlike...
What do you think?
Are you...
To turn up some...
Better make sure...
Young Lord...
He got a heart, but if not...
Do you...
I said... There, and they think... Sell eyes...
Good day. God be with you.
I've got some good news.
The bad news is there's hardly any... There's some old bat standing there, so at least...
You're going...
Is she at least... You're really... No.
To your health.
Look out!
Sir Kunzler.
You're Godwin, aren't you?
Oh dear.
Have no fear.
Will you support...
That depends on...
Do you think we...
I came here if Yob's just...
Why wouldn't... I hope she doesn't feel unwelcome here.
To her, and I cared for him.
So it's not...
Vile slant.
What do you think of the rabbi's...
Or nothing.
He said...
Aye.
So you...
And is they live in our... God be with you.
Your Grace.
Certainly.
Godwin.
Ah, now I remember.
Lord Lichten, but if you look...
Indeed.
Your plan. Sigismund, may you want to wait.
You amuse me, Godwin. I know you.
I'd reason...
Do you realize...
And if a wait...
Before...
Do you still think the lords will...
That. Some are persuaded by...
And if not...
Such case...
John of Licht...
That was...
I under...
Yes, he is.
Although...
But he...
But...
True. And by do...
I wasn't expecting...
Really? Half of Kutin, the rabbi. And that's...
So they know...
What's more...
On...
From the... Not that I... The king...
But if...
We don't need to...
Sir...
Nor I, until...
You...
And I use until the king decides...
Are you...
I haven't quite but if I...
Do you think you...
I doubt it. And he knows that...
We've...
More than you, so I reckon...
Sir...
Even...
I'm not...
There's no...
It was...
Like...
Everything all right?
I can't wait for it to...
I reckon you'd had...
Oh, pretty... We will leave anyway.
Would you...
What can I... It was...
Shoot.
Yeah, meant...
God be with you. There's something...
God be with you.
You're...
No beating around the bush.
Margrave Yob's plan...
To muster and...
Christ.
I should say so. All sorts of... Although, between...
Hit the nail on the head.
I am rarely...
I'd say you have a better nose for people.
Not only for people.
Then you're in the right...
The wine here is... So?
Nothing more than support.
Nothing more? I'd...
It's not only you're well able to negotiate...
Then if you want me to support you...
Do you have something...
Well... One of the guests here has...
Who's...
Haman Al... Now... If you were to...
And these papers...
My relatives somehow dug up some trade
You were dealing with the enemy.
They were not the enemy at the time.
And the papers I'm...
Just insignificant documents.
I'm supposed to...
Haman Alda was given... He hasn't yet had a chance.
Have you fallen...
No. They're disappointed in the fact that...
All right, I'll have...
Aldo will surely bring them to me. But watch yourself.
What brings you here?
I hope there'll be no singing.
I've got those papers from...
Quiet!
Lady, here they are. You're welcome.
As agreed. I...
Thank you. No.
Yes, quite.
How could I refuse a...
And to this...
Gentlemen,
Is this...
Like I said, tell me.
I bring nothing from the House of Odoran.
Both of them.
This is going to be...
It would seem that we have all benefited from the break in these proceedings. New alliances have been formed. And I have also changed my plans. We shall still wait for Sigismund to withdraw his troops of his own accord. But we will wait with an army at our backs.
Yes. Yeah. And how are we to raise an army? Wasn't it made clear at the meeting that no one wants to take the risk?
The only thing made clear was that each of us alone is weak, and that we could not find common ground. But that has now changed.
King Wenceslas is, by the will of God, the balbatim of all his subjects. Not only the Christians, our community, and not only ours, will give you coin.
The Kuttenberg houses are still loyal to King Wenceslas, and we stand with Lord Ruthard.
And if that's not enough, the houses of Leipa and Kunstadt will unite and march side by side.
My niece, Yitka, will take young Lord Capon as her husband.
Lords Kunstadt, Hanush, Radzig, and I will set out immediately. God willing, we will be back within 3 weeks, along with an army.
Now those are words worthy of a nobleman.
My friend, I still believe that words are more powerful than swords. And our words will ring in 1,000 voices to the glory of King Wenceslas.
After we conquered the city, you promised to... And then I find out things are even more disordered.
Your Majesty, we are sorry.
You've already said that. I want to hear...
We will put more guards on the roads and we can have a few captured bandits.
We do not care about bandits. We care about... What will you do with them? How will you solve the chaos in the town? And how is it even possible that the rebellion...
What do you mean, sire?
I hear the resistance is coming from the Jews. Why haven't you done...
We don't...
Otto von Berghoff did not ask questions in Prague either. He find a couple of wretches in a hole somewhere. Point them. The city's Jewish community was and still is on Wenceslas' side. They need a warning.
We do...
Marquardt, could you spare a...
Of course, sire. I'll assign them to Eric. He'll take care of it.
So you see? All you have to do is make sure... And if the thought should cross your minds that you would... Your debts will remain. Up to the last groschen. And while we are on the subject, has the yield from the mines found...
Sire, the deposits are dwindling, and mining...
Don't take us for a fool.
Your Majesty...
Silence! You're a bunch of incompetent sycophants!
I apologize, sire.
All I hear from you over and over again, I therefore place the city council. He will make sure you finally do your duty.
But, sire, that would be a violation of the privileges granted.
Silence! You have to earn your privileges, not hide behind them. During my brother's reign, this idleness was but that you were given it. But instead of working on and let the traitors, but unlike my brother, and I assure you, you have 2 weeks to restore order. I want clear, and you answer only to me. And the council is... You. Don't go anywhere, boy. Be so kind and remain here. And we still wish to speak.
Yes.
Between the two of us, Marquardt. Was I not perhaps too harsh on them? And speak candidly. We have had enough of false flattery.
Sire, you are harsh. Rightfully so. These councillors, they need to be shown their place. You suffered their insolence for far too long. And the same is true of the Jews.
We know. Otto repeated to us several times that it is time to strike against them. We are glad he's not here. He would be intolerably self-satisfied if he knew we had heeded him.
Boy, can't you see the king's cup is empty?
You tend to us as if we were infirm. Boy, pour us a monastic wine. The monks had a good year. We have concerns, friend. The Hungarians are rebelling. Our army is falling apart, and we have enemies here on all sides. Would we had a proper army instead of human mercenaries? They cannot be relied upon. And we are no closer to our goal now than a few months ago. Thank you. It is a good year. If our father were still alive, he would have been astonished by the mess that a few years of Wenceslas' reign brought to us. With a single word, he would have put the nobility in their place, and the country would flourish. God grant him eternal glory.
We won't need much more time. We'll arrest the traitor Odorin, and the rest will fall in line.
You say the others will be brought into line, but what do you know of them? We know only a few of them. But there's a fortress standing on every damn hill here. What side are their lords on?
We'll find out soon enough, sire.
If only Wenceslas were not such a stubborn ass, and relinquished that throne that he has no use for anyway. The nobility, on the other hand, found a ruler like him very useful. They made a puppet out of him.
Once you restore order, they'll join you. All you have to do is promise them the privileges they lost during Wenceslas' reign.
First, they'd have to be willing to make peace, at least among themselves. Jobs does everything he can to sow chaos, so that he himself emerges victorious in the end. This business makes me thirsty. Pour me some of that red, boy.
I think Jobst is just waiting for the right moment. He'll switch sides when it suits him.
Maybe. But first I'll have to conquer a few more cities, and get a couple more lords on my side. Then they take the threat of war seriously. And Hungary. If Bohemia is a wasp nest, then Hungary is a viper's lair.
You will follow in his footsteps, sire, as soon as you get the chance.
But the wine is good here. To your health, Margaret. And to your health too, boy. May your children grow in the land ruled by a good king.
Thank you, sire. You are too magnanimous.
Why? You did a good job. You can be proud of yourself.
To your health, Your Majesty.
First, we need to crack down on the biggest troublemakers.
We're working on it. While the consul was meeting, Otto von Berghoff and his men set out for Rakosh. Alderaan won't give you any more trouble.
He and Ruthard are in it together. Once we get Odolin, we can handle Ruthard easily. Rabosh will be yours. After all, Otto has already got Malishov.
I appreciate your confidence, sire.
But the devil knows there are a lot more strongholds to conquer here.
For the king, red wine, boy.
No, we shall have white. We have had enough of red.
White it is. Quickly! If Rabosh falls, others will follow.
I think von Berghoff's little contraption will find its use again.
If need be, we could use it to raise this town hall too. And I have some suggestions for other candidates.
Not so fast, my friend. It's a wondrous tool, but we can't rely on it forever.
To bring it here to the square and point it at the city hall? Those sycophants would only benefit from a warning like that.
It's a splendid idea, but it won't be necessary. The councillors are quite fearful enough already that they can hide nothing from us.
There's been enough fretting, sire. You shall see. Soon we will drink to the conquest of another fortress.
You are right. So then, to victory. And you, boy, will you drink with us? So that you shall have something to tell your children and grandchildren.
To victory, sire.
To today's, and those of the future.
Lord Constance is marrying the young Lord of Kirkstein.
I sure did. Botchek made sure everyone heard.
I will charge the enemy with cavalry.
Yet another impoverished nobleman.
Capture Sigismund.
Tempura mutantes.
Wake up,
Friend!
I'd like to drink. So, to touch a calm, I never. Maybe was see. Only fuck well. His lord. I had and left. You can bet I don't.
How'd you like the art of recipe? I'm even the king. I expect this one. Give me 100 knights in full armor. I will clear my
all over your shoes. I'm filled with grief. Begging to be.
So you see, the best thing we could do is stay, right?
Finally, fuck off. So you keep saying.
politics.
That may be true, but good wine on the table.
The sooner life returns to this country.
Fuckings for beggars.
We're all needed in the morning.
Sorry,
From cleaning up this...
I need help with some. I mean, the ones with...
And your...
I should say...
Anyway, I don't know nothing about no wine. Try asking my...
Good day.
Sorry,
What do you think? He didn't have to choose.
Wait.
It's been... I was a...
You haven't changed.
But I have. And you've... Not at all.
And how have you...
Not really. I also... Young sick...
Tell me more about...
She's a big girl now.
Well, aren't you...
Even as a...
And you're...
Cooper.
God... Why don't we go and...
You really haven't. You ought go and have a drink and stop chasing...
Where might I...
Why?
It's not...
Aha. If you... It's Lord O...
Bit chilly.
The rat'll be good, I hope.
Now there's a piece of horseflesh for you, Rootard. Not like that nag of yours.
What the hell do you feed it with? It looks more like a damn bull.
Sir! Sir! There's some horsemen right out front of the fortress.
Ah, that's Peter of Pisac. Wouldn't come to the council, but he is coming happily to the celebration, you old fox.
Come on in, sir. There's wine aplenty.
Hey! Hey! Intruders! Enemies at the gates!
Seize the nobles! Kill the rest!
I'll kill you. Jesus! The surrounding Christopher. He can't make it on his own.
You flanking! Another one!
Let him on nice!
He knows how to sword now.
Let him have it!
Bleeding like a sack pig!
Bash him on the head!
Let him have it!
Bash him on the head!
Yeah!
Bash him on the head!
Jesus! The surrounding Christopher. He can't make it on his own.
I need a hand here!
I'll be done with you in a flash. Too slow, mine.
Stand your ground!
Someone! Slice him
Didn't
up!
see that coming, eh?
Get another!
Hey! Coming up!
You nearly knocked his block off! Nice hit!
Hey!
Jesus! They're surrounding Christopher. He can't make it on his own.
Stand your ground! What more are we to go?
Don't kill him! Each one's more!
Still can't quite do that. Slice him up! One more and we can go. Yeah! That is
Right! That's it!
Jesus! They're surrounding Christopher. He can't make it on his own.
You never saw that coming. Thank this for your effort. He's had it.
Out there! He wounded me badly!
This is how we fight in Trotsnov. One step back. Stand your ground.
We'll kick your asses. You're mine.
Yeah.
Slice him up!
Let him have it.
Bleeding like a duck! Nice! Right!
Drive those horses out. Come and get him, Robo. This here.
Bastards! Nice hit! Bash him on the head!
Do it.
That won't work on me.
Right on the noggin.
You won't be able to take another one like that.
Hey! Get him! Jesus! They're surrounding Christopher. He can't make it on his own. Slice him up! You got him!
Are you waiting for orders from your wife? Fight! One step back! Stand your ground! That one's had it! He's had it! Ha! Can't do that! I need a hand here!
Go! Ja! Burning hand!
Get ready to fuck your life.
For glory and carnage! God!
Yeah, that's what I'm still can't quite do that. The victors are all about help me with it! Leave it your match for me, peasant! Don't spare it!
Done here,
That was a close shave.
A little too close. Fuck me. Do my eyes deceive me? Henry!
Godwin!
How did you...
Damn. I can't tell you how happy I...
Is everyone alright?
Well, some are.
They captured Oder and punched that Andrew.
They wanted to slip.
What about my father?
They left with Yobs, but
Where did they go? Back to Rattay?
they've got to raise an army for us.
So we have a plan to counter...
But, as you can see...
Be so kind.
What happened?
Anna of Waldstein. She
was simply in the wrong...
And they almost... But only almost.
What do you mean? Oh?
I got there and Christopher tried to defend our father.
Old grievances aside, Oderin...
Oh, they all have their quirks. We'll have to wait for the others.
I tried to come as soon as possible and warn you.
You knew it.
He wanted Oderin.
I bet he couldn't believe.
And Sigismund, we have to be...
You want to give up?
Nobody said it. We'll treat the wounded, then we'll hide in the Devil's Den.
If I survive the...
The king announced one more thing, that is...
Fuck! Liechtenstein's got his people...
The city rabbi is sitting upstairs in the...
They're our allies.
What do you mean by we? Maybe Samuel will...
He's here too?
Aye, escorting the rabbi.
Anyway, we've got...
Give me a moment. Guard the walls until morning. If anyone shows up, I want to know what is
What have they done that the Lord is punishing them like this?
God's punishment or loss brought it upon themselves.
Leave it alone. Two of you. Now we're in it.
My husband lost his life too. They put enough arrows in him to knock down 3 like him.
What about your horse? I don't know. I saw him bolting out the gate. Someone set his mane and tail on fire.
What will happen to his lordship now? And to us?
We have to take care of young Sir Christopher, and hope his father comes back soon.
Yes. The best thing we can do is to keep doing our work.
What if the old lord... doesn't come back?
You should not come here.
You wanted to talk?
I did.
Just tell him.
What did you talk about?
We talked about your...
Why?
It's true. I did. Remember how I stared at your sword? Well...
What?
Yes.
Are you sure?
When I was born, nothing. You know, all my life, now that I know...
I can tell you about him if... This is not the end. Sigismund ordered...
The king...
He's no king to...
Do you think it's really gonna be...
Wake up, Henry. They would pillage the...
This is what we need, will you?
I have to tell...
Go.
What is the use of it all? Promise me.
Did I say anything like that? Young Sir Christopher came up when they're trying to raise the power.
Good to see you.
Oh, come on. They could well have... If it hadn't been for you,
Von Aulitz surprised even Sig...
Well, they killed Lady Anna of Volstein. And they captured... Without them, we can...
We'll figure out...
But how? Get a grip. You're right. Nevertheless...
Actually, at Sigismund's council...
Gods, we need to get... I'm going with... Out of the question. You'll be more use, Henry. Tell...
Samuel already knows.
In that case, I'm going with the rest of our people to stay strong.
Thank God you're all right.
Kubienka?
Well, I heard you were having... And I see...
Well, the real massacre is yet to come. Can we borrow the wagon, you...
But of course. I borrowed...
Could you stop?
Easy, Ingel.
All right.
I'll explain to you on...
Are you...
Of course. Now, let's go.